Like so many other public figures, Nata is also involved with a long list of fundraisers, including Help Kharkiv, the big one, United 24, Repair Together, a group that, among other things, gets volunteers to clean up damaged and destroyed places, Spunbond, an organization that provides medical supplies and care to people in need, and one here in Chernihiv called This Is My City that's grown well beyond its initial goals. A group we're on our way to meet with now. But it's not possible to drive through Chernihiv without seeing the impact of the siege.
It's looked like another world, actually. And it happened during first 3 or 5 days, so it was the first shock for everyone. And these images were the first on the news on air through the world. And Mariupol looks like this entirely.
Mariupol, Bakhmut, Kherson, Crimea, and countless other cities from large to small that are barely a shadow of their former selves after Russian bombing. And then that's a hospital that got bombed?
Yeah, it's a hospital for heart diseases.
I mean, that, for whatever reason, you can so see an impact of a rocket or something. Yeah, the back of cabinets and clothes, and you see plates.
Some sheets.
Yeah. A room,
Towels.
I mean, just lives and
Someone's
history
life.
and all these things just gone in an instant. This is a charity tournament?
Yeah, it's a charity tournament. I think that some of them were on front line and they returned.
If you are looking for hope, then look no further than what this group of friends have created to help their fellow Ukrainians.
Actually, this is Sasha.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
Ian, nice to meet you.
This is Це моє місто. It's like This Is My City, the name of this charity foundation.
Oh, okay.
And this tournament is managed by them. He is responsible for work here.
I have very cool friends, which are very smart. So,
Yeah.
firstly, original idea was to help our friends because I have a lot of friends, military friends and policemen guys
Yeah.
from Chernihiv.
It started like an organization for helping and supporting friends, but it grew to the big foundation who help provide support all over Ukraine, not only eastern parts, to deliver humanitarian help and.
Idea was to help Chernihiv, but
It grew to something
It just
bigger.
expanded,
yeah.
So
But-
did people just start hearing about the organization and asking for help, or did you get more and more donations and were able to help more people, or both?
I think
You know what I mean?
I think people believed in our believed in our organization
Yeah.
and know who we are because of Nata.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, because he trusts us and
Yeah.
people trust her.
Yeah.
So this
Really?
foundation now has a lot of ambassadors, and because of these ambassadors and their reputation, it's a big trust for this foundation. That is why it's working and it's expanding,
Yeah.
and that is why it has so huge reputation now.
That's incredible. The guy on the left is Sergey, and we were just hanging out talking about his time competing in the London Olympics when this came up.
Actually, he saved my family. When Chernihiv was in circle in match, so it was difficult situation here. He take out a lot of people from Chernihiv to Kiev.
2,000 people.
2,000 people.
Sergey's story is one that everyone here is proud of, so everyone joined in the telling. But in essence, here's what happened. When Chernihiv was surrounded by the Russians and the highway up here was covered in Russian tanks, Sergey and his friends took the back roads. What would normally be a 150-kilometer, 2-hour trip on a highway became a 350-kilometer, 7-hour trip on the back roads, with the ever-present danger of being blown up by a tank or a landmine. On the first trip, they had a caravan of 20 cars, but after that, they only had 10 because people dropped out from the obvious danger. And as if that weren't dangerous enough, Sergey and his friends decided to haul barrels of gas and oil up to Chernihiv to help supply Sasha's military friends here. So you would bring gas up here, and then in that same trip, you would bring people back? Am I understanding that, or is that a different...
Gas
Yeah,
from
it's-
Kiev to Chernihiv and people from
People
Chernihiv
back.
to
People
Kiev.
back, yeah.
This was one of the more incredible stories we heard here, but it definitely wasn't the only one. And they were all told in that sort of nonchalant, it's just what we did way. Thanks for telling that story, man. Wow. Wow. A style of storytelling that seems to come from being in the middle of a war. That was great.
Thanks.
Yeah. We've talked about how the war has kind of affected or maybe even changed what people see themselves doing in the future in their lives. You know, just kind of made them, you know what, this is kind of what I want to do with the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
Has it had that effect on you, do you think?
I think connection between each other
Yeah.
more stronger. So
Yeah.
we understand that we can do much more than was before.
The war is a big challenge. It is a big challenge.
It is, it's
but
war,
it also
yeah.
creates opportunities, you know, it makes people more resilient. It makes people, I mean, Ukrainians, I mean, they are, I think, the most resilient people in the world, you know. I saw people in the villages, they were getting out on the streets and were trying to stop the tank with their bare hands.
I saw those
No,
things,
it was
yeah.
mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I want to live in that country. Because when you see those
I
kind
love
of
that.
when you see
That's
those kind of
perfect.
people, you know,
Separately,
when you see
we're
this-
talking just the same monologue,
Exactly.
actually.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, the same
Yeah, so
words.
it's a-